Is the guy here? Yeah. கொஞ்சம் கூப்பிடுங்க அவரை. Ask on இருக்கா? இல்லையே. Hello. Hello. Right. So good morning, good afternoon everybody. Thank you all for being here today. This is a very important program for us, and we are so grateful that our Additional Chief Secretary and Commissioner Greater Chennai Corporation, Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, is here with us today. So before we start, we would like our patient Mr. Ramdas from our Ambattur unit to sing the prayer song.
எந்த வினையானாலும் வந்து வழியேடல் சிந்தை கனிந்தருவாய் ஸ்ரீ வெங்கடேசா. எந்த வினையானாலும் வந்து வழியேடல் சிந்தை கனிந்தருவாய். வந்தனை செய்துன்னை வழிபடும் அடியார்கள், வந்தனை செய்துன்னை வழிபடும் அடியார்கள், வாழ்வில் இன்பம் யாவுமே வழங்கிடும் ஸ்ரீனிவாசா. வாழ்வில் இன்பம் யாவுமே வழங்கிடும் ஸ்ரீனிவாசா. எந்த வினையானாலும் வந்த வழியேட சிந்தை கனிந்தருவாய். தொல்லை தரும் வாழ்வில் நிம்மதியேதென்று, தொல்லை தரும் வாழ்வில் நிம்மதியேதென்று சொல்லாமல் சொல்லி உள்ளம் அழைத்திடும் போது, எல்லையில்லா உண்டல் மகிமையை மறவாது, எல்லையில்லா உண்டல் மகிமையை மறவாது, எண்ணத்திலே கொண்டு ஏற்றுமன்போல் வாழ்வில் எந்த வினையானாலும் வந்த வழியேட சிந்தை கனிந்தருவாய் ஸ்ரீ வெங்கடேசா.
Thank you, Mr. Ramdas. வருஷம் உங்களை கூப்பிட்டு பாட வைப்போம். Thank you for singing for us. So we'll have the lighting of the Kuttu Valakku. I request our Chief Guest, Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, Additional Chief Secretary and Commissioner Greater Chennai Corporation, Dr. Georgi Abraham, our Founder Trustee, Mr. Radhakrishnan, also, can you come forward to light the Kuttu Valakku? Here I request Rohini Menon, also Advisory Member Tanker Foundation, and Mr. V. Kumaraswamy from Sundaram Finance, who is a big supporter, and also Mr. Ranjit Abraham to come forward. They've all been with Tanker from day one, so we just want all of you to be part of the lighting of the lamp. Come. Thank you all. Thank you so much. I request our Chief Guest, Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, Dr. Georgi Abraham, and Mr. Ananthakrishnan to come on stage, please. And Rohini Menon. Come, please. I request Dr. Georgi Abraham to welcome everybody and tell us what this is all about.
Respected
Dr. Radhakrishnan, Additional Chief Secretary and Commissioner of Chennai Corporation, my friends from Tanker Foundation and patients from Tanker, staff from Tanker, and distinguished guests who have come to grace this occasion. It's a matter of great pride for me standing here. Well, you may ask me why I am wearing a black shirt today. One of my closest friend, Dr. Nadarajan Ranganathan, who is from Tamil Nadu, who was a great scientist who was trying to support kidney disease through a product which has made prebiotic and probiotic. At the age of 79, passed away last week. It was a sudden death, and I had to give a eulogy, a video recording, so I thought it is proper to have a black cloth rather than a colorful other cloth. So that's the reason why I'm wearing a black cloth. So let me tell you that Tanker has been there for the last 30 years, and then we thought that, you know, we need to have our Dr. Radhakrishnan, who has always supported Tanker Foundation. Anytime you call him, and he always mentions about Tanker. Just mentioning the word Tanker itself is good enough from his mouth that he is supporting us and has been very helpful in helping us. And I thought he is the appropriate person to release this book. What is this book about? You know, we have patients who have been on dialysis for more than 20 years on Tanker. Yesterday I was seeing one of the patients, you know, whose husband has died, and the patient is HIV positive with us for the last 13 years on dialysis. And we give and support life through our staff, who are the most important people in our organization, who support these poor patients who come from the class which is below poverty line, and we support them. So we thought that I was speaking to Rohini and to Radhakrishnan about let them express their views of their lives in their own words and sentences to highlight what they have gone through and what they are going through now. So, and also our staff who took care of them. And suffice to say that many of them came forward to write about their life. And because, as you know, that kidney failure patients, they live and usually a life of depression and also of misery, but through Tanker they have seen a light in their life, and some of them are working and some of them are not working. We have housewives, we have other people, and so I also requested through Rohini, who took a major role in getting this put into a book, to have our staff also express their lives and how they treat these patients. So I thought it's a wonderful occasion to have our Chief Secretary or Dr. Radhakrishnan to release this book. So this book is a tribute to many of the people, and others can read it, so that they don't get the feeling that we are a group of deprived people, but we are a part of the society. And we have here one of the patients who is more than 20 years on dialysis with us. Thank you for coming. And with these few words, I would say that thank you all for coming here and for gracing this occasion.
Thank you, Dr. Georgi. So I'll just give you a quick brief about Tanker. So 30 years ago, 30 varsham munala we started in a very small way. Dr. Georgi and like-minded people, we started this Tanker Foundation. Initially we were helping in a very small way, and gradually we grew over a period of time with all our family, friends, and a lot of corporates and other people and individual donors who came forward to help us. So over the 30 years, we've done over 6.16 lakhs of dialysis, reaching out to over 2,700 patients. Also, we've given 4.15 crores, reaching out to over 5,000 patients. We give them one-time contributions for medication, investigation costs, etc. We have 14 dialysis centers, and I'm very happy to say 8 of which are with Greater Chennai Corporation. Thanks to your support, Doctor, and your team's support, we are able to reach out to people. So right now we've got around 875 patients, and we do over 9,000 dialysis a month. The 14 units, 11 are in Chennai, 1 is in Madurai, 1 is in Vellore, and 1 is in Tirupur. So other than doing, of course, we have to say thank you to the Chief Minister's comprehensive health insurance scheme, and also to Greater Chennai Corporation and other so many valuable donors, so that we are able to give 95% free dialysis because of this. Whatever shortfall we have is covered through donations and other people who come forward to help us. We have 2 machines in NGM in Pondicherry. We also are the first to have treated HIV patients in India when Dr. Georgi started the HIV center in Tanker. We also help Kerala Kidney Research Foundation. In Imphal, Manipur also, when Dr. Georgi went there, and the one who wanted to help people there, so we set up a small dialysis unit with a Catholic Mission hospital there. We also helped in Pillar Hospital in Andaman Islands. We've also now helped in Lawley Hospital in Kunur, empowered Bethany Medical Center in Anekati for the tribal people in that area, because a lot of them don't have dialysis facilities, so we've helped them set up a dialysis unit. We are also going to help in the latest project in Wayanad also. Dr. Georgi has gone there, early morning flight, late night flight, he has seen, and there are tribals there also, so he's going to help there. And in Tanzania also we donated a machine when Dr. had gone to Dar es Salaam and seen that there were a lot of people who were not getting dialysis there. So from here we sent a dialysis machine also. So there are a lot of activities, a lot more to be done. What we do is only a drop in the ocean. Also we do awareness and screening. It's very, very important. So here I have to tell you, GCC can definitely join hands with us. You already have for World Kidney Day and so many other programs. So we really would welcome your support in creating more awareness. In America, we've reached out to over 2 lakh people and reached out to over 40,000 individuals for early detection of kidney disease to give an early warning. So we go to schools, colleges, public forums, and we have a person, Mrs. Radhakrishnan, who heads this, and she and her team go and do this awareness and screening. We have to make it grow, which is why I'm appealing to you, doctor, so that we're able to. We also help in recognizing young nephrologists and young investigators by giving them awards at various forums, including our awards night. So it's not just a plaque. I mean, today you'll get only a plaque, doctor, but we give 2 lakhs and 1 lakh and all, which is supported by various organizations for this, because we believe that when we recognize, we also need to encourage them with some financial support when they're doing so much of hard work in trying to get more answers for kidney disease and awareness and everything. So we can't do any of this without all our staff, because they are our angels on earth. So big round of applause to our staff, because without them, I mean, they are our Nadamadan Devadegal. I still keep saying COVID period and the dialysis center they stayed and they did dialysis because patients somehow came. And also we have to say thank you to all our patients, because Dr. Georgi has written a book which says My Patients, My God. So avarukku and for all of us, our patients are also our gods. So I just want to say, of course, the press has always supported us, so we're grateful for the press when they come forward and write about us. So thank you everyone. If I missed out on anybody, I apologize. Yes, Neena Reddy always is our supporter. Spontaneously, within 4 days, she organized this and she said, oh, Dr. Radhakrishnan is coming. Come on, we need to do something really good. Of course, she couldn't do it. She sent her apologies. So, Savera, Indu, all your wonderful staff, always you support whatever we do. So, we're grateful to you also. I mean, without you, we can't manage. I mean, you sponsor everything for Tanker, so we'll always be grateful to you right from the beginning. So thank you. I think now we can honor our chief guest with a shawl which is going to be put by Rohini is going to put the shawl around him. Dr. Georgi already decided that Rohini will shawl. So Rohini Menon, thank you for being an advisory member of Tanker. Thank you for being. She is recovering from, heart problem, but her heart is large. So somehow she'll be here for everything. So thank you. Here we would also like to honor Doctor. Read it out.
Thanks, Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, I.A.S. Additional Chief Secretary and Commissioner, Greater Chennai Corporation, for releasing the book, both in English and Tamil, Shining the Light of Hope, The Healing Touch, at Hotel Savera on Saturday, 4th November 2023. Our deepest gratitude for all your unstinting support to Tanker Foundation and our patients and in helping the underprivileged kidney disease.
So Dr. Radhakrishnan has been with us for a long time, and whenever we call him, he's always spontaneous and he comes in, participates and really helps us in our outreach. So before we release the book, we would like our chief guest, Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, I.A.S, Additional Chief Secretary and Commissioner, Greater Chennai Corporation, to say a few words to us.
Very good afternoon to everybody. Most respected Dr. Georgi Abraham and of course respected Anant sir, again Renu Menon, Lata Kumar San Menon and all the others, and many of you know, of course the patients are also here to share their experiences, but நான் actually வந்ததே very personal basis, both in corporation and earlier in my almost 8.5 years of stint in health department in 2 tenures. Tanker was always in the forefront because CKD in the ஒவ்வொரு கதையும் first I would like to compliment 2 issues. One வந்து நீங்க இங்கிலீஷ்ல மட்டும் போடாம இங்கிலீஷ் and தமிழ் ரெண்டையும் போட்டிருக்கீங்க, so that the message goes. Second, what I have seen in my stint in 9 years of almost 9 years of health department is எப்பவுமே எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு anxiety இருக்கும். Not only anxiety, they also become however they may give a external thing that I'm totally immune to all these kinds of things. அதுவும் மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது இது ரொம்ப abstract. See you may have dengue fever, now we know what to do. COVID now, which we even didn't know, we knew how to handle it, and later as we started learning, we controlled it, communicable diseases. But the other issues such as the diabetes, sugar, then other complications, அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது இந்த cardiovascular syndrome, chronic kidney disease, அதே மாதிரி நமக்கு other complications which we have, variety of kidney பத்தி ரொம்ப நல்லா இவங்க வந்து symptoms எழுதியிருக்காங்க. Many times it is asymptomatic. The acute kidney failure, the chronic kidney failure is another complicated thing. So every patient has his own tales of anxiety, agony sometimes, and then relief on how the interventions by Tanker at various stages, may not be at the first stage but at the secondary stage or a third referral, அந்த மாதிரி கூட ஒவ்வொரு கதை இருக்கு, that actually gives on the message that how you can first prevention தான் அவங்க ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. அதையும் அவங்களோட இதில் இந்த புக்லெட் they keep on telling how we can prevent, how we should look at preventing. But unfortunately the way our lifestyle is that I always say that அந்த any sugar patient டாக்டர் சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, சார் நீங்கள் நல்லா எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணுங்கள், நல்லா ரெஸ்ட் எடுங்க, கரெக்டான நேரத்துக்கு சாப்பிடுங்க, அது எதுவும் பண்ண முடியாதுக்கு ஏதாவது மருந்து இருக்கான்னு கேட்பாங்க. And sometimes they are the people who flout it. Similarly salt which is a killer. பட் நீங்கள் பாருங்கள், எல்லாரும் நிறைய பேர் அந்த உப்பு 5 கிராம்ஸ்க்கு மேலே எடுக்கணும் தெரியாது. அதுக்கப்புறம் எவ்ரிபடி லேண்ட்ஸ் அப் பஃபி ஐஸ், பிரெத்லெஸ்னஸ், கால் வீக்கம் இல்லையா சம் அதர் இல்னஸ் சிம்டம்ஸ், அண்ட் வித் த சூப்பர் மார்க்கெட் ஆஃப் டிசீசஸ் அரவுண்ட் எல்லாத்தையும் சஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஆனால் சிகேடியை சஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க நம்ம டாக்டர்ஸும். அதுக்குள்ளே டைம் போயிடும். அதுக்கப்புறம் நமக்கு அடிக்குவேட் டோனர்ஸ் இருக்காது. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி இஷ்யூவில் தான் திஸ் டயாலிசிஸ் ரியலி இஸ் அ லைஃப் சேவிங் இன்டர்வென்ஷன் டு அட்லீஸ்ட் either where kidney transplant பண்ண முடியாட்டா கூட you continue your life till you live with dialysis. That is one style. Another style is if you have a quick the permitted relative, you go ahead for a kidney transplantation. அது குயிக்கா பண்ணிடுறாங்க. Third is another thing is that you have to wait for cadaver. Even though we are number 1 state as far as organ donation is concerned, still the waiting period for kidney would be almost 3 to 4 years, 5 years now. So 5 years க்கு அவர் என்ன பண்ணுவாரு? He has to let out all these things, and இது தான் நமக்கு ஒரு சேலஞ்ச். அதில் தான் இந்த மாதிரி ஹீலிங் டச் மாதிரி Tanker has come. அண்ட் முதல்ல ஏதோ ஒரு இடத்துல பண்ணுற மாதிரி இல்லாமல் இப்போ பல இடங்கள் அவங்களோட இது they have not been spirited enough, and many times government rules, regulations are so complicated that that they have to spend so much out of their own pockets. ஸோ அதையும் நான் பார்த்துருக்கேன். சிஎம் ஹெல்த் இன்சூரன்ஸ் இஸ் ஒன் பார்ட் ஆஃப் எ வெரி மினிஸ்குல் பார்ட் ஆஃப் வாட் தே பின் டூயிங். அதுவும் அவங்களுக்கு ஃபுல் காம்பன்சேஷன் கிடைக்காது. ஐ ஹவ் பீன் சீயிங் தட் ஆல் திஸ் இன்சூரன்ஸ் packages, whether it is government or private or something, always leaves. So அந்த மாதிரி டைமில் தான் நிஜமாவே ஹீலிங் டச்சாக வந்திருக்காங்க. அதே மாதிரி வெதர் the commitment of குமாரசாமி, லலிதா மேடம் ஆர் ஜார்ஜி சாரை சொல்ல வேண்டியதே இல்லை. such a very good person as a human being. I have seen the way every time I have interacted he has been there, and he has been an examiner, guides students, and always has been the ardent supporter of all these state level initiatives where knowledge inputs were needed. Bureaucrats and but the main thing which I permanently feel that I am an eternal internee, CRRI. It was 9 years of my background also is postgraduate in veterinary science, but 9 வருஷம் இவங்களோட சுத்திட்டு டெய்லி ஆஸ்பத்திரியில் இருக்கும்போது நர்ஸு டாக்டர் இல்லை ஃபிசிஷியன் அசிஸ்டன்ட் மாதிரி I used to see how they do that. So அந்த மாதிரி நேரத்தில் as a bureaucrat I would always say that we may have knowledge about rules and regulation, but program we need knowledge inputs. The Tanker Foundation, Georgi sir, they really gave so much of inputs. Every time when we are taking some major step or we are taking a step which was not very conducive or advisable, they will come back and do, and they have such amount of acceptability and respect that if they put a word, that definitely carries a lot of weight. That is there. Then finally, of course, Rohini Madam is also there, and Anant Urkare, and I am sure that he has also contributed a lot in doing editing, because we sometimes have very good ideas and tales, but how to present it in a cogent manner, and also each one should be concise and spread the message. People should read through. I am definitely sure his contribution would have been, editing is one of the toughest parts. Last but not least, patience. Just like we say doctors are God for patients are really important. that உங்களோட பேஷன்ஸ் தான் நாங்கள் பாராட்டணும். that நிறைய பேர் ரொம்ப they are not good patients. they are not good. நான் ஹெல்த்தில் பார்த்தது என்னென்னா things have moved from preventive health care to promotive health care. But the biggest challenge I personally feel is in நம்ம எல்லாருமே ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் ஃபேமிலி எல்லாம் சொல்கிறோம், but the biggest challenge is in work. Our I'm not just talking about government or private or any work place. அங்கேயே nobody is allowed to nobody has a effective work life balance. So அது எல்லாம் மீறி நம்ம we have to focus on a proper work life balance. And அதே மாதிரி once somebody becomes sick, promotive health ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணோம், unfortunately நம்மளால பண்ண முடியல. நடக்கணும். இன்னைக்கு கூட நாங்கள் 8 km walk and all we have started, but then next annual checkup, then go for a preventive health care சொல்றோம். ப்ரிவென்டிவ்லையும் கண்டுபிடிச்சா கூட they don't continue. இப்போ நீங்கள்லாம் நான் பார்க்கும்போது ஒருத்தர் 20 years டயாலிசிஸ் பண்ணிட்டு டன் எக்ஸலண்ட் உங்களோட படித்தா ரொம்பவே டச்சிங்காக இருக்குது. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது நிறைய பேர் விதண்டாகும். இப்போ நாங்களே சிஎம் ஹெல்த் இன்சூரன்ஸ் அவர் ஹெல்த் சிஸ்டம் ப்ராஜெக்டில் புற்றுநோய், இந்த கர்ப்பப்பை புற்றுநோய் ஆர் breast cancer will detect that something has to be done, follow up வர மாட்டாங்க. The dropouts will be there, surprisingly even for a few HIV cases. So we have to track them. இப்போ ultimately மக்களை தேடி மருந்து நாங்கள் வீடு தேடி மருந்து கொடுக்கக்கூடிய. இப்போ of course now I am not in health, not entirely out of health, because we run 300 facilities in Chennai Corporation itself. So that is where உங்க மாதிரி patients really உங்க கதையை படிச்சாங்கன்னா பல பேர் ப்ரிவென்டிவ்க்கு போவாங்க, ப்ரொமோட்டிவ் போவாங்க. பல நோய்கள் நம்ம எவ்வளோ ப்ரிவென்ட் பண்ணோம், ப்ரொமோட் பண்ணுறோமோ அவங்களுக்கு வரக்கூடிய there are stories where they are not able to say why us, why me அப்படின்னு ஸ்டோரிஸ் இருக்கு. அதில் நீங்கள் உங்கள் ஸ்டோரி சொல்லும்போது மற்றவங்க படிக்கும்போது they will also not do the same mistake. At least உங்கள் மாதிரி டிசிப்ளின்டாக இருப்பாங்க. அந்த டாக்டர்ஸ் expect that only. பட் ஓகே கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டோம்னா அட்லீஸ்ட் இதையாவது ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். அதையும் ஃபாலோ பண்ணலன்னா நம்ம கடவுள் நம்பிக்கை இருக்கணும், கடவுள் வந்து ஹவு லாங் இருக்கணும். அதை நீங்கள் வந்து உங்கள் ஸ்டோரிஸை வச்சு ரியலி யூ வில் மோட்டிவேட் மெனி மோர் பீப்புள் டு ஃபாலோ இன் லைன். ஸோ அல்டிமேட்லி அதுதான் இவரோட முத்தாய்ப்பான கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன். See, it will otherwise be tacit memory or implicit memory of the human work which Chennai Foundation has done. Tacit memory, implicit memory, avangaloda போயிடும். இன்னொருத்தர் they have to start afresh. So that is where I think we are very proud, and from Chennai Corporation onwards, I will personally be very happy to associate. I have always been very happy. I never consider them as a foundation. I consider them as a part in the vadivel joke இல்லையா, அவங்க நம்மளே குறிச்சிட்டு நானும் டேங்கர் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் எல்லாம் நோட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க, ரவுடியா ஃபவுண்டர் டேங்கர் ஃபவுண்டேஷன். I have always enjoyed my interaction even during the worst COVID periods. எதை கேட்டாலும் they will be there. They are not that birds of அதே மாதிரி நான் ஹெல்த் இல்லாமல் I would have been in transport, I would have been in cooperation and food. நிறைய பேர் என்னென்னா only for நமக்கு தேவையான பொருள் காரியவாதியாக இருப்பாங்க. They will be very opportunist. அது I won't blame them. There's a way of life. We don't have expectations also that people should keep in touch, but they have always kept in touch and always told about their problems. They have shared their challenges. In fact, challenges தான் சொல்லணும், அதை மீறி நீங்கள் செயல்படுறோன்னா hats off to you and Dr. Georgi and the entire group who's on the committee. நீங்கள் எல்லாருமே இருக்கீங்க இல்லையா, நிஜமாவே the kind of service, each one deserves with a Padma award or something. யாருக்கோ கிடைக்கிறது, but I think all of them deserve. And wonderful that I got an opportunity to do is a very tight, but every day I feel that இவங்க மாதிரி அது வந்து it's an opportunity to me to be part rather than they inviting me. So it was so kind of you to have given me. I shared a lot of my own feelings more by the heart rather than இப்போ நிறைய ஃபிகர்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு, அதை டிரான்ஸ்டாண்டில் பார்த்தாலே உங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சிடும். புக்கில் நிறைய உண்மையான கதைகள் இருக்கு, அதை வச்சு நீங்கள் உள்வாங்கி கொண்டு நம்ம அம்பாசிடர்ஸ் மாதிரி ஒரு 10 பேருக்கு இந்த கதைகள் இருக்குப்பா இந்த இதை சொல்லி we should tell them so that we rekindle hope. We ensure that people follow. மேடம் சொல்லுவாங்களே HIV ஃபர்ஸ்ட் HIV கேஸ் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்காங்க. தட் இஸ் டெடிகேட்டட் லைன்ஸ் எல்லாம் இவங்க தான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணாங்கங்கிறது ரியலி ஐ எம் ப்ரௌட் ஆஃப் யூ. ஆல் த பெஸ்ட் ஜார்ஜி சார். சல்யூட் யூ ஃபார் யுவர் கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் அண்ட் அஃப்கோர்ஸ் ஆல் தி அதர்ஸ் ஹூ ஹேவ் கான்ட்ரிபியூட்டட் ஃபார் திஸ் புக். தேங்க்யூ. அண்ட் பேஷண்ட்ஸுக்கு ஒரு வெரி பிக் சல்யூட்டுங்க. ரொம்ப பாடுறது ரொம்ப பிரமாதமாக பாடுறீங்க. நாங்கள் ரியலி இட் வாஸ் ரியலி நைஸ் அந்த ப்ரேயர் மீட். தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you so much for your kind words. Our patients also participate whenever we need help. The carpenters and the singers and the electricians, they all also help during our if there's any challenges in the units that we face. Of course, here I have to say Dr. Radhakrishnan may say so many things, but I've never seen somebody so proactive during COVID period. Hats off to him. He didn't mind, he just didn't care. There were videos coming over and over how he just went straight into COVID. And really hats off to you, sir. That's something which I'll never forget. It's very moving, especially you just told people, listen, you had the guts to just go out and not hide. That's the thing. So hats off to you. Yeah. Yeah. No, but I think what you did being right in the front. Yeah. So I think any problem, any kind of trial and tribulation, you're always there. Any disaster. So thank you so much. I also have to say here that Dr. Georgi also started, you were talking about an MRCP, everything is brought into India now. So he's absolutely persevering, and he made me also get involved in IFKFs. I'm now the president of the International Federation of Kidney Foundations, World Kidney Alliance. We observe World Kidney Day along with the International Society of Nephrology. So even Dr. Georgi as our motivator and our inspiration. So before we actually release the book, I'd just like Rohini to say one word and Dr. Radhakrishnan to say 2 words. Come. Yeah, after that. Just 1 minute.
Good afternoon, friends. Dr. Radhakrishnan, Dr. Georgi, Lata, Rohini, Vasanthi and other friends at Tanker and guests who have come today. So it's excellent and really appropriate that Dr. Radhakrishnan, who bridges many fields, health. Now he is taking care of the cities, and it's very appropriate that he is here today at a meeting where kidney health is the central discussion. Why do I say this? It's because cities are now the focus of health, because the populations have densified in cities, and if we take care of our cities, we prevent a lot of disease. And we are also able to take care of many more patients who are all concentrated in one place. So there is a lot of literature now about how the way the cities are organized actually promotes health. So I would like to request Dr. Radhakrishnan that now that he's so central to Tanker's work and several other organizations similar to that, please help the public maintain good health in terms of civic infrastructure. So if we have walkability, we actually are able to address a lot of things. We talk about reducing our diabetes burden. Very recently I was telling Dr. Georgi just a short while ago that there is some new paper which says that pollution, particulate matter pollution, actually raises your risk. For every 10 parts of pollution, your risk is elevated for diabetes and hypertension and PCOS. So if this is what we are learning from the literature, it's very clear that we have to focus on our urban centers. And there is a very clear thing that all the populations are getting concentrated around the world. 50% of people are supposed to be globally average living in cities already, and that is going to increase. Our country is the most populous country today, so we have to address our civic policies towards that. If you have about 1.5 billion people, then our investments and our policies have to orient the cities to maintain public health. So this small message, my request to Dr. Radhakrishnan and Dr. Georgi, I have to say personally that I've known him for almost 2.5 decades now. So we have doctors and doctors, but there are very few doctors whose heart is in the right place. That is Dr. Georgi. He looks at people as divine. I would say divine. He has an evangelical approach to health, and he actually sees to it that your good health is maintained and you are in good cheer. And he's aided by very good people at Tanker, and they're expanding their activities constantly, and they deserve all our help and our commendation. So really happy that I had this small opportunity to come here today, and thank you very much. Look forward to interacting in the future. Thank you.
Can I, Rohini, one word from you, please?
This is correct.
Yeah, come.
Good afternoon. My message is only to all, one and all, as a gratitude to the world's best doctor and a human being that one has ever known. He is a doctor apart from the founder of Tanker Foundation. He is the man who introduced peritoneal dialysis, and Tamil Nadu was the first recipient of the opportunity, the first state that got the opportunity of having Dr. Georgi Abraham and having peritoneal dialysis. And again, Tamil Nadu, through Dr. Radhakrishnan, becomes the first state to have this opportunity of this book release. And why is it so unique and important is what we should all understand, because this is the first type of book where 40 different individuals, and out of that 30 patients, I won't call them patients, they are people who have gone through much more than us in their walk of life, and how they have survived. So they have brought forward their stories, and these are all real stories of their lives. And 10 of our senior staff who've been with us more than 10 to 20 years, which is not a small thing, because to work in an organization for 20 years and in a service where you serve the people, that is a very milestone achievement. And through these stories, these authors, what have they conveyed? That each and every one of us should read each and every story, because each story is different. It is explaining about, it means healing does not mean that damage does not exist. It means that it does not control one's life anymore. They, through their stories, have explained to us that anything that happens in our life, we should not, just sit down and be sad about it. We should find ways to overcome it or return to society. So, as I always advise everyone, and what I strongly believe is that service is prayer. Any service through thought, deed or words is equal to more than n number of prayers that we say. So let us all continue to pray and continue to serve humanity. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohini. Very, very inspiring. Thank you very much. So, yes, CAPD, Dr. Georgi brought in, that's how 32 years ago my mother-in-law was treated by him for CAPD. So, he is the, founder and the pioneer of CAPD in India. So, for that, he is my God also. So, I'm really grateful for that. So, I think we'll release the book now, after which we can honor the patients and everybody, the authors, yes, the authors of the book. So, can we request Dr. Georgi, please? Oh, okay. All authors' names. So the first author in this book is Neha, who is no longer with us because after she wrote her story, unfortunately she passed. She was one of the most inspirational girls I've met. Her parents also were extremely supportive, and it was just unfortunate that Neha and her dreams are there, but honestly, I'll tell you, it's an inspiration for others to dream. So I request Neha's mother to come up and come. If you read the first story, it's such a moving story. Come. We miss Neha because she was a big source of inspiration for us. Sajay Kumar, he's been with us for over 20 years. He's in our Ambattur unit. He always also, does programs for us, talks about tanker. He's a big source of inspiration for us as well. So he's come on our World Kidney Day website as well with his story. The next is Bhagavati. I think she is not here today. Bhagavati is a HIV patient. Huh? Bhagavati? Bhagavati HIV patient. HIV. Okay. So Bhagavati is not able to be with us today. We have Uma Maheshwari from Ambattur unit. So I remember all these girls taking part in the fashion contest that we had. Yeah, she is Miss Tanker. Which Revati actually put the whole thing together, Revati and Rohini, and we got special clothes from really good clothing companies, including Fab India. Thank you. The next is Mr. Prabhu. He is not here today with us. Oh, Prabhu, Mango, come. He is from Ambattur unit. No, he is now in Valluvar Kotam. Come. Every person has a story to tell, but this is just a cross-section of stories of our patients, of our... You're his mother? Mother? The mother wants to come, doctor. Namaste. Come. And then our Asthana Vidwan, Mr. Ramdas, please come. Help her. Thank you. So Mr. Ramdas has also been with us for a long time, and he never says no when we ask him to sing for us. Thank you, sir. He's also from our Ambattur unit. Ambattur unit, our angels on earth, Giri and Gohan, Giri first and then Gohan come. So Giri was with us when we started 30 years ago, then he left and came back to us, so big round of applause for Giri. So he is one of our oldest staff members. All our angels are really angels, so we are so grateful to them. Guhan's first job was with Tanker, and he has been with us for the past 20 years, over 20 years. So he has grown with Tanker, and we are so grateful that he is with us still. They both take care of the units. Madurai, we couldn't get, there were 4 people who wrote. Mr. Venkatesh Manjunath, Mr. Muttupandi Kumar, Mr. Munishwaran and Mr. Selvam. We had Madurai staff, Samuel has been with us for a long, long time, he is not able to be here today. Perungudi unit, Ramu, is Ramu here? Okay, Ramu has not come. So we have staff Mr. Uma Shankar, he has also been with Tanker for a long, long time. Yeah. Come. Uma Shankar knows everything about everything, and he will always have a viewpoint and opinion which we will have to listen to. Thank you, Uma Shankar.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you. He is also a great cook. He comes from a police family. So during all our functions, the shundal and the pongal will be made by him. I think there's one more person, absolutely fabulous. Thank you. Retiri, there's Miss Ramya Jagannathan, I think you know, John Anthony Clement, come. Yes, a patient author. What do you do, John?
I'm driving an auto.
Yeah. So he drives an auto.
By Tanker only I'm surviving. Tanker is the most happiest place in my life. Tanker gives me everything. and happy joyness, full of joyness, only from tanker. I am living alone only. I am unmarried. But tanker is my family, friends, everything tanker. For tanker, I will always be with them. Thank you.
He drives the auto and then he also spreads awareness of tanker and kidney disease. So he says, ma'am, don't worry, now and then I'll keep the brochures and we'll talk, because you never know when somebody needs help or when we can get a donation from a person who sits in his auto.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tenmuri, Miss Tenmuri from Returi. Another tanker queen, come. She's so beautiful. I'm so glad that, you know, she's inspired to smile all the time and be here with us today. In Returi we have Jagadishwari. She's our staff, our angel on earth. Come. So Jagadishwari has been with us for a long, long time. She is also, you know, 16 years. So that's a long, long time. She joined when she was, she still looks like a baby. She joined when she was a little girl. And she's one of our, you know, takes care, our unit heads. So she's very strict but also very loving. So we have Tirupur unit. There are 4 people who are not here today. Ashok Kumar, Palni Swami, Kausalambika and Shanmugam. They were not in Nikivaramodi Alavangala. Tirupur unit staff, of course, we are so grateful that you are running the unit so beautifully. Mr. Martin, he is a very, very senior staff who helped us set up in Coimbatore, and now he is part of the Tirupur unit. So anything in any Coimbatore or that area, Martin will have to go running first.
Not only that, I just have to say something. There was no HIV positive dialysis units in Kerala, hemodialysis unit. So we had patients coming from Ernakulam taking a train to us to get dialysis and go back. So then we had a patient from Palghat. We established a dialysis unit in Tiruvalla, Parimale. So patient had to come all the way from Palghat to Tiruvalla to get his dialysis, being HIV positive. So it so happened in between there was flooding and he couldn't, I got a call, we are stuck, where do we go? Then I called the Coimbatore unit and he was so happy, Palghat and Coimbatore is nearby, and he took care of him. And so I'm so glad that rather I'm saying I won't take care of an HIV patient, we took care of him. When the most literate people, we say that the Keralians, and they don't have an HIV dialysis unit in Kerala. So we had to set up one in Parimala Hospital in 5 years ago.
Subsequently, we closed the Coimbatore unit because of other constraints. So now he is in Tirupur, which is expanded. So next is Jimmy Kumar. He is also been with us right from the time he was a baby, right? எங்களோடைய கல்யாணம் பண்ணிட்டு குழந்தை எல்லாம் பெத்துண்டாச்சு எல்லாம். So he is also so resourceful. Anytime, you know, they are all the go-to people for us. Now the Tiruvuttur patient, Mr. Dinesh, he is not here today. Valsaravakam, Dayanandan, illa. And Mr. Shanmugam, is his family member here? He passed after he wrote his story, yeah. And next is Abdul Sukur. Abdul Sukur, we make him run around all the time. He takes care of 2-3 units. And he is with the Valsaravakam Chinnapurur Greater Chennai Corporation unit. And you should go see all the GCC units, the almost 5-star units, and they run and taken care of by all these people very well. Thank you. Injambakam Lakshmi Narayanan Barla, yeah. And then Valluvar Kotam, Arunachalam is not here, Bhaskar is not here. Maheshwari, Mandangala? Okay, Prabhu? Oh, Prabhu has already got, yeah. And Karthik, Mr. Karthik, who also passed. Mr. Karthik's wife, come. Chandra, thank you for being here today, and your husband will be in our book, in our memory forever and ever. Thank you. There are a couple of patients from Delhi unit who are not able to be here today, Mr. Vegan and Mr. Selvam. So we will, honor them separately. Our admin staff, they've been with us for years and years. And admin illama we can't run the unit. Yeah. Sabita kade elladku panlama. Can I send this patient fistula panlama? Because we also do fistulas and everything for patients who have had problems. So Sabita, etna varsha?
11 years.
11 years with tanker. So she'll come to me and say, Madam, romba poor madam, edavadu pannano. So somehow she will see that we give 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 for that patient. So come. She has a very soft heart. Thank you, Sabita. Anyway, so and the last person is Kripangani. Kiruba we call her. She is in charge of HR. Everybody is scared of her, but she is a very, very lovely girl. She also wrote her story. So Kripa phone panna bayapaduvingla? Koncha bayam. Illa, gonuku bayam illa. So anything you tell Kripa, she'll get it done, somehow. So, everybody is an angel on earth, meaning it's a team effort, whatever tanker does. So, I think with that we come to the end of the program. So, are we going to say official thank you? Thank you. Yes, there is a person here also who has not written, but we want to honor her, Malati. So Malati chinna vayasula engaloda irundirka, and she is also very strict and wonderful technician, nurse. She takes care of our party unit, GCC party unit. Ellarkum thank you Chalna, because each and every one of you has, really, right now I'd like to honor Chitra, who does all our social media for us. Come Chitra, quickly. She used to be with Indian Express and News Today. So, Ippokuda we fire her by sending pictures. Yeah, we'll do that. Come Chitra. These are all Vidyodhyans who have been helping tankers, sir. Rohini is from Vidyodhya as well. So, we are 100 years this year, Vidyodhya. And our motto is service and sacrifice. We would like to honor Vasanti also. Come, who takes care? Quickly, Vasanti. Come on, another Vidyodhyan who is taking care of admin. Anytime she calls GCC, now what it is that she sends in WhatsApp message. I'm sure Dr. Radhakrishnan will soon start receiving. So she, sends it to CHO, immediately action is taken. Because what she told him is mixed up, it will go to Dr. Radhakrishnan. So her relationship.
I think we should honor Lata. She's been honoring everybody.
No. Now next is Rohini, sir. Rohini, come. Nico. Rohini. She is the most persevering, I have to say also very irritating sometimes. Yeah. But Rohini madam anga vandutta ellaru naduvanga, And also you'll have to listen to what she has to say because she knows everything. Correct? Yes. And Mr. Radhakrishnan, thank you so much for your unstinting support. I think right from day one you've been with us and we really appreciate that. Here I want to call Geeta also, who heads our units. Thank you, Ms. Radhakrishnan. We also have appealed to Dr. Radhakrishnan to give. Geeta takes care of all our units. She's the head of our dialysis units. It's a team effort. We make her run here, there, everywhere. So everywhere I'll ask her, where are you today? Then she'll say she's in Tiruvatiur and she's, wherever. So many units that she has to run behind. Thank you, thank you. No, I don't.
Yes, please.
Then I'll have to honor Georgi also. No. Yeah. So it's about time we close show. We're very grateful that Dr. Radhakrishnan was here with us today. I think, Doctor, he has to go back to his patients. We are also in a rush, okay. So Georgi, anytime, any program is late because he has to take care of his patients and only then come. So we are grateful to everybody for being here today, especially to you, all our enablers, donors, everybody, patients, staff, our angels on earth. Thank you. So there is lunch. Please have lunch and go. Okay. Thank you. Careful, sir. Can we take a quick picture